Alright, what's going on, guys? So, this is going to be, I believe, part 4 of the LR-308 build. If you guys are checking in from part 2 or 3, you guys can tell there's definitely a lot more done from the last video. I'll go ahead and go over it. I got pretty much the majority of my parts within the last 2 weeks. The reason why it's been 2 weeks is because I just got one of the part orders that I ordered to like just about 20 minutes ago. Still haven't installed it yet, but that was pretty much the last of the shipments that I was waiting. It was on delay because of high winds. There was a wind advisory, so the shipment got delayed. If you guys could tell in part 1, I was actually just getting over a cold, and now part 4, as you can tell, my immune system sucks. I'm getting over another cold, but that's completely irrelevant. So I'll go over what I did. I ended up getting the buffer tube. The carbine spring does fit in there. I got to do the wood block. It is the standard A2. That is a 556 A2 with a standard A2 buffer tube. Again, it is a lot longer, so you do need to get a specific A2 buffer tube for that to work. I ended up getting the Bravo company. I believe this is the Mod 0 or the Mod 3, whatever one is the large charging handle. So, got that. I was going to get the Voltor dual, but that was literally double this price. This was about 57 bucks shipped. The Voltor is about $110 shipping with shipping. So, that was pretty non-issue for me. I don't need it, so it was just, this was $10 more than a standard charging handle, so I decided just to buy this. Ended up getting the PMags. I was already said in the other video. The barrel nut was installed. Just so you guys know, you do need to put lithium grease or some kind of grease on the barrel nut and the barrel or the receiver. Sorry, because the receiver is aluminum. Anything steel, aluminum. The guy at the gun shop was telling me that you need lithium grease because of there's some kind of electronic bond or something that happens between the metals, and they create rust or they lock together. So anything that's rust, aka the barrel and the barrel nut that connect to the receiver, need to have lithium grease when you install it. So that's something to go ahead and keep in mind. I do have the authentic Knights Armament rail covers. I was going to go with XTM covers, but I got these for a good deal. Comes with 4 of these. Comes with this. This is why I have that on there, actually. And that actually serves a purpose. I know it's kind of tactical, especially since this is an LR build, but this is going to be for my local matches. And they do have a lot, and I mean a lot of offhand supported shooting. So I figured that would allow me to get a good purchase, and I've been messing around with it. And I'm gonna run it for a little while. Again, this is gonna be my main competition gun for now for my local matches. And as far as I can tell, it's gonna benefit me. As of right now, we'll see how it does in competition. There's actually a match. I believe there's a match coming up on the 26th, which is in about a week and a half. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Haven't been able to find any bullets in stock, so I don't have optics for this anyways, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make the deadline. But this is going to be my competition go-getter, and then if this doesn't work, I'll try and go back to my 700. As you can tell, I got the Harris bipod on there, 6 to 9. I ended up getting a cheap eBay. Wasn't a quick detach, it was probably about 17 bucks. It was just a regular Picatinny rail sling mount option, I guess. And it accepts bipods. I don't need the $500 quick detach because I don't plan on taking it off and on. I think that was just a waste of money. I did get 2 of these. One of them was for free because I contacted eBay. This is aluminum. I over tightened the first one, chewed up the threads, and pretty much just ate it up. But it's on there. I have the other one separate. I'm waiting to take this off. It's kind of why I left this on here too. I have to take this off to do this, and again, the threads are eaten, but it's in there locked because the threads are still holding on. So if I remove it, it might screw it up. And pretty much make me throw it away. So right now it's working, so I'm gonna leave it there, and then once I finally remove it, I'll probably toss it and throw on the other one. What else? I got the rail mounted. I believe I didn't have it mounted in the last video. I promised a installation video. I started doing it. I don't have time for it. If you guys have any questions, just ask me. I'll help you guys out. It's pretty simple. Just don't slam it. If you can't get it apart in like 10 seconds, then PM me and I'll help you out. Because like I said, I smashed mine trying to get it apart until I finally figured out how it goes together. And I believe that's it. Again, I got the bipod mount. Got the bipod. Got the rail on. I got the rail covers with the pistol grip. Again, it came with it. It's Knight's Armament. I got the PMags. That was the last video. I got the buffer tube. Installed the buffer spring. Do not have the block in there yet. Again, it needs to be about a 3-inch. Needs to be a 1-inch round diameter, 3-inch long block. That will go ahead and compensate for that. It should work. It's going to be a trial and error process, but as far as I can tell, it's going to work just fine. All that's left now is the optics, and then probably upgrade the pistol grip later, and then maybe the stock later. We'll see how the A2 does. I got to get the optic and optic mount. My issue is I have to try and find an optic mount low enough to give me a good cheek weld. That's my main priority without going with the PRS. I don't want the PRS. I don't want any cheek weld, anything on here. I might tape something to the A2, but that's whatever. And now to the parts that I've been waiting on. I got a JP Enterprise. I think it's like a Benny Cooley muzzle brake. I got the standard. The large was pretty obnoxious. I didn't need that. The only issue is I didn't just order one. I accidentally ordered two. So I got two muzzle brakes, 30 cal muzzle brakes. Not for the price of one. I did pay for both of them. I just checked my invoice, but I have two of them. So I got to get a hold of JP, see if they can take it back and give me my money back. If not, one of these is definitely going to be for sale. So if anybody needs one of them, it's not going to be discounted. I'm going to sell it to you for exactly what I paid. So go ahead and let me know if you're interested. Again, I'm going to try and contact JP and see if they can take it back for me, because I only need one of them. Same exact thing. It's the standard size. It's the 0.750 outside diameter black. Again, the standard. It's not the oversized massive one that a lot of people run. I don't see that being necessary. I've heard and seen that these work just as well. The other one relieves a little bit more gas, but again, it's a huge thing at the end. I don't need that kind of tactical junk, especially since this is a practical rifle. It's not going to be a bench gun. I am going to have to hold this offhand and all that stuff. Again, competition gun for my local matches. So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and install this off video, and I'll go ahead and I'll be back. Alright, so I got the brake installed. Give you guys kind of a little close-up look. It went on pretty trouble-free. Just got to put the crush washer on there. It stopped upside down, and I was kind of worried about it, but it is a crush washer, so I figured, fuck it. I'll just see how much it will crush. And talking to a few guys, they said that crush washers should, at least this one, should allow up to almost 2 full turns. So again, it was only about half a turn out. So it ended up giving me the turn that I needed, tightened up around here. I over torqued it a little bit. I had to loosen it and then make sure it's at the 12 o'clock position. You guys want to make sure when you guys install this that you get this at the 12 o'clock position, or it might screw up your shooting a little bit because it has the ports on top to fight the muzzle rise, and then the ports on the side, if they're up a little bit, it might tweak your barrel off to one side or the other. But for the most part, the gun's pretty much done. It's, let's see if that's on camera. This thing's so fucking big, it's hard to keep it on camera. But yeah, so that's pretty much the rifle, how it's gonna be. All I need is the optics and mount. I'm just kind of lagging on the mount because it is kind of gonna give me a trouble because I'm trying to get a one piece. Looking at the quick detach, but I noticed a lot of the SPR mounts that are one piece sit pretty high. Kind of a shitty cheek weld. I've learned the importance of a proper cheek weld and how much of a difference that makes, so I'm going to try and make sure I get a proper one. I'm kind of looking at the Night Force. They have a lot of lower rings, but I got to see if that's going to work with the rail system as far as giving the scope enough clearance for the objective lens. But that's pretty much the Mark 11 or the M110 look that I was going for originally. Again, later on I'm probably going to end up upgrading the stock and grip, maybe the trigger. And that's pretty much going to be about it. Other than that, it's pretty much set up. Again, I still got to get the block, the wooden dowel in the buffer tube to allow it to kind of hybrid and allow it to use the carbine spring that I have in there, because it's longer than the carbine. The carbine only goes to about here, so it will allow the bolt to over travel during the cycle and smash into this until it breaks. So I need to get the dowel to bring up the compression and stop it just before it gets to the back of that. I measured it. The dowel needs to be just under. I'm going to start at 3 because you can always sand down wood. I'm going to start at 3 inches long, and it's got to be about an inch diameter peg. So we'll go ahead and I'll work on that. I'll probably check in on number 5 once I get the optics, and then hopefully I'll take it out shooting, do some function testing, and then yeah, just go from there. And then once I'm completely done, I got it set up, I kind of get used to it, I'll throw up an update video and show you guys how it's doing and kind of go over everything in one shot. So I'll give you guys the quick little look. Probably won't focus that well, but that's pretty much going to be the rifle. It's actually gotten a lot better. At first I wasn't that happy with it, but it turned out pretty good. So that's going to be the end of part 4. Part 5 will probably be with the optic, and again, hopefully I'll have a range update that I can give with you guys. So there's the Mark 11 look. So take it easy, guys. It's going to be the end of part 4.